So guys, let's continue. Last lecture, we were talking about inheritance concept in your batch. We took some of the examples, but it's a very big concept, so it cannot get over in one class. Fine. I'll again discuss about inheritance. But before we discuss about inheritance further, because next we will have to learn inheritance with access specifier. Fine. Then inheritance with interfaces, inheritance with abstract classes. Like this, it's a very big concept. We have just started it. Okay. See this here. The next important thing we are going to discuss about non-sub classes. Now, what do you mean by a non-subclass, by the way? See, suppose I create two class. I create a class A and I created another class which is B. I created two classes, class A and then class B. Now, when there is no inheritance happening between them, class A and class B, they're independent classes. There is no inheritance happening between them. Then it is called as non-subclasses. Fine. When two classes, there is no inheritance happening between them, they are non-subclasses. A and B are non-subclasses. But now, what I can do is, I can go to class B, create a main method, and inside class B, you can create an object of class A. There is no rule that the object of that class has to be created in the same class. Fine. We never discussed about this earlier, as we are going slowly part by part and we are making some progress in Java. Correct? Object of one class can be created in another class. That is class A object I can create in B and B object I can create in A. They are still non-subclasses. But if you do inheritance between A and B, then it will become what? Concept of subclasses. Inheritance means there is a parent class, there is a subclass. There is a super class, right? See, parent class is also called as super class or base class. Fine. So the term super is very frequently used. Fine. But for the classroom purpose, I'm using the terminology parent class. And then we have child class, which is also called as, keep these terminologies in mind. So some people might tell super class and subclass. It's nothing but parent class and child class. Okay, let's continue. Now, we before I start the new concept, there is some more information required. Only then the next concept you would be getting clarity about what I'm teaching you. The next thing, we need to understand the drawback of inheritance. Drawback of inheritance. Now, what is this drawback basically? Right? See, drawback is firstly, inheritance results in tightly coupled classes. What do you mean by tightly coupled classes? For example, when I say tightly coupled, okay, see this classroom has one storeroom as well at the end, correct? Now, if I demolish the classroom, the storeroom is also demolished because they are tightly coupled, which means if I am demolishing the classroom, the storeroom also will get demolished because the storeroom and the classroom, they're tightly coupled. Fine. When I make the changes in entity A, the impact is on entity B. Then it is tightly coupled. What is loosely coupled? I have benches and classroom. If I demolish the classroom, I can still use these benches elsewhere. If I demolish the classroom, I can still use these benches elsewhere. So that is loosely coupled. Fine. Or in other words, let's say there is a boyfriend and girlfriend. Boyfriend dies, girlfriend will not die. That is loosely coupled. Correct? But in Hindi movies, it doesn't happen like that. In movies and reality, there is a difference. In reality, boyfriend dies, girlfriend is happy. Yes? क्यों भाई? Huh? Yeah, so his experience is telling. Now, see here, that is loosely coupled. But in Hindi movies, they will show girlfriend, boyfriend, that is nothing but what? Tightly coupled. Boyfriend dies, girlfriend dies. There was one era where such movies were very popular. That at the end, both of them they die. That is tightly coupled. Did you understand now? Let's take one quick example for our understanding. Now, let's say I'm going to develop a class here called as dog. Fine. I'll develop a class here called as, okay, let's develop a class called as animal. Now, this animal class has two features. One, the noise, and the other one, let's say, eat. Fine. There are two features. Now, I'm going to inherit these members to a child class called as dog. Remember, never give this cat, dog examples, never give that in your interview. I have told this earlier. Fine, this is only for classroom purpose. When we go for interviews, examples has to be very practical. But sir, I cannot give those practical examples right now. Let's see that in the project when I do the projects. That's where you will get more clarity about it. So I have a dog class and now I'm inheriting the members of your animal class to dog class. Then how is it tightly coupled? Let's see this here. So I will just go back, okay, to our Java project. Here, I have a class I'm going to create here called as animal. What are the methods present in animal class? What are the methods present in animal class? Can you tell me? We have a method public, void, and then noise. Fine. So now what noise will it make? Let's say it'll make some noise. Okay, some noise. Now I'll go here. I'll build another method called as eat. And let's simply print here eating. Fine. Now I'll go here and create a class called as dog. Fine. Dog. And then after I will inherit that from the animal class. I'll inherit that from the animal class. How do we inherit? Extends animal. Okay. Now let's do one thing. Let's write here main dog. Dog d is equal to new dog. And let's type d dot noise and d dot eat. So as of now, things looks fine. If I now, what's happening? If I now go ahead and run this particular application, if I run this particular application, you will see that it is working fine. It is working fine. One minute. Okay, so students shift this side. I'll not waste the time now looking at what the problem is. Right? Just shift this side quickly. So now you notice that there is a dog class. Now if I, okay, you can be seated there only. Right? So when I now run this, observe it is printing some noise and eating. Things looks fine as of now. But understand what is the meaning of tightly coupled. If I modify the parent class now, you will see the changes are now implemented in the child class. Example, this is a dog class, but I now change the noise to, now see, our dog, instead of telling bow bow, it started telling now. What is the reason? Reason is that tightly coupled, meaning if I make any changes in the parent class, the changes will get reflected in all the child classes, and at times it can be dangerous as well. So don't start doing inheritance, okay, unnecessarily. Be very careful when to do inheritance and when not to do. Tomorrow, if you feel that I'll have to modify my parent class for some reason, then don't do inheritance. Because Modifying your parent class methods, the changes are directly related to what? The child classes. Fine. I hope this is clear. So what is the drawback? The drawback is they are tightly coupled. We'll talk about that aggregation, composition, all these things. See, these are all theory, right? We will talk about it. What is aggregation relation? What is composition relation? All that we will talk about it, right? But firstly, let's now continue further. And now we are ready to start with the next phase of our learning, where we will learn inheritance, but with access specifier. Fine. So we are all going to now learn access specifiers in Java. Access specifier in Java. So we have access specifiers. The first one, we have something called as private, which we will have to study today. Then we have default. Then we have protected. And then we have public. Now, what are these access specifiers used for? Right? What's the purpose of these access specifier? So let's take an example here. I have a building, and in this building there are some floors. Okay. Now I have a developer working in this building. So what I'll do now, I'll give this developer one access card. Now this access card given to the developer will restrict the developer from entering other floors. Which means I'm putting a restriction on this developer where he can go, where he cannot go. That's the meaning of specifying an access specifier. Now this access card of the developer will work only in this floor. His access card will not work in the other floors. Why, sir? Why is it like this? Because the access card has a restricted access. But let's assume now you have an admin in your company. There's another fellow who is working as an admin. Now this admin is supposed to take care of all your chairs, workstations, ACs. Any breakdown happens, he will take care of it. So here, he also has an access card, but this access card that we are talking about now will work in this floor as well as this floor. Which means the admin also has got the restriction, but his restriction is lesser when compared to developer. Developer can go only to a particular floor, whereas an admin can enter multiple floors. But suppose I have a managing director. Let's say I have a managing director of the company. He also has got an access card, but his access card now would work in every floor. Which means I'm basically here restricting the people where they can go within this building and where they cannot go. This restriction, I'm able to put it on the people with the help of access card. Same way, these access specifiers are used to put a restriction on your class members. If I make a variable private or public or default or protected, where I can use that variable, where I cannot use. What is the scope of using it? Where is it restricted to be used and where it is not restricted to be used? Correct? If I make a method private, protected, public, default, then this method, what is the scope of it? Okay, visibility of it. Where I can use this method, where I cannot use this method. This is what we need to explore here. And in order to explore this concept, we already have some idea about inheritance. Fine. If I make a constructor private, public, default, protected, what happens? Why a class is public? Why a class cannot be private? We will answer to all of these things one by one. Fine. But firstly, in order to learn this now, I'll take a slightly different approach. And the approach that I will take is now is I will create one Excel. I'll create one Excel. And in the Excel, guys, we people will prepare one table. Fine. So I'm going to prepare here one table. So here I'm going to give the access specifier private, default, and then protected, and then public. Fine. And then what? Public. Now here I will define the scenarios. scenarios like same class. Then we will look at same package subclass. Then we look at same package non-subclass. Do you understand the meaning of non-subclass? What is non-subclass? Two classes where the inheritance between them is not happening. Can I create an object of class A in class B? Yes. Can I create object of class B in class A? Yes. Now we will here further take this. Let's take this now. Package, different package subclass. Your packages concept is also not over yet. Different package non-subclass. Fine. Let's try to understand this one by one. Now, firstly, we'll explore private. If I make a variable private and a method private, what happens? See this here. So I will go here and firstly, I'll create one package. So I'm creating here a package called as P1. Now, in this package P1, I'm creating a class A. Okay. See the table. As per the table, same class, private variable method, what happens to that? So when you make a variable private, let's say I type here private int x is equal to 10 and then private void and test. Okay. Let's try to print here 100. Control Shift F, format all, terminate. Is this clear? Now in the same class, can I access private? Listen to one line answer. The whole topic on private will get clear now. If you make a variable private and a method private, if you make a variable private and method private, it is accessible only inside same class. Outside class, it will not be accessible. What is one line answer? If you make a variable private, you make a method private, it is accessible only inside same class. Outside the class, not accessible. As long as the variable that you created, method you created, use it in the same class the way I'm doing it now, it will work. Outside that particular class, it will not work. Observe a1.x. Is it working? a1.test. Yes. Is there any error? No. What is the answer? The answer here is yes. But moment I go outside the class, right, it will not work. Your private variable and private methods cannot be accessed outside the class. Let's try to do that here. So next scenario, you make a variable private, method private, same package subclass, what happens? Remember the term same package it is given. So you have to be careful. Firstly, let's delete this main method. I will right click on it, go to new, and I'll create here a class B, but the packages needs to be same. Can you please observe and tell me, are the packages same? Yes. Let's type here extends A. Is inheritance happening between the classes in same package? Yes. Now we are trying to find out through inheritance, can I access private variable and method? Answer is already given. Outside class, whether inheritance or non-subclass, you cannot access. Let's try accessing here. Main. If inheritance is happening, I'll create child object and I'll try to access the members of parent class. Let's type b1.x. There is error. b1.test. What do you see here? Yes, error. These all examples, you will see the recorded classes and write it later. Okay, whatever examples now I'm giving, you can see the recorded classes and you can write it later. So let's make it as no. Is the second example clear? So can I access a private variable, private method outside the class? No. Same class? Yes. Come to this example. Read that. You make a variable private. You make a method private. Same package non-subclass. Same package non-subclass. Is it outside the class or same class? Outside the class. Same package but a non-subclass try to access. Let's see this here. Now, the packages are same. but remove inheritance. Now class B and class A, they are non-subclasses. Class A and class B are non-subclasses. Now let's go here. Let's create object of A in B, which I mentioned few minutes back. Let's write here a1.x. What do you see? Error. a1.test. What do you see? Error. Did you understand? When it is outside the class, any cost, at any cost, it is not accessible. Okay. So we get an error. Let's update the table. Let's update the table to what? No. Is this clear, everyone? Next one. If you make a variable private, a method private, different package subclass. Understand the question properly. Packages are different. And it is what? A subclass. Okay. So, firstly, create a different package. Right click, new package P2. Okay. Package P2. Let's create here a class C. Observe now. Observe here. Class C is in which package? P2. Class A, which package? But it should be a subclass. So when you do inheritance between classes in different package, what we have to do firstly? Import. How do we import? Control 1, shortcut, import. Fine. Now inheritance is happening. Will this get inherited private member? No. What is the answer? C1.x. What is the answer? Error. C1.test. What do you see here? What do you see here? Error. Save all the files and see. Error. Outside the class, private members are not accessible. Answer is no. Did you all get this now? Yes. Read the next one. You make a variable private, you make a method private, different package non-subclass. Packages should be different, but it should be non-subclass. What's the meaning of non-subclass? Inheritance is not happening. Let's see this here. Now we have packages P1 and P2. Delete, inheritance not happening. They're non-subclass. So I'll create object of A in C and try to access members of A. Do you see error? Yes. Do you see error? Yes. So what is the answer? Correct? First point is clear. Online students, did you understand this now? Are you clear with this? Please tell me. Are you clear with the first part? Private. What happens with private? Private variables and methods are accessible in? Is it accessible outside the class? Then write down this in your own way and the table. Firstly, write the table. Everybody make a note of this table. Done. Now, did you write that point? Private variables and methods are accessible in same class but not outside the class. Yes. Okay. Now, see the next one. People are still writing. Done, guys? Okay. Next. The next thing we people are going to look at is default. One line answer. Listen carefully. That complete topic will get over. Okay? In easy way. If you make a variable private and a method private, you're making a variable and method private, then it is accessible within same package, but not outside package. What happens when you make it private? Accessible in same class. What happens when you make it default? Accessible within same package, but not outside package. Okay? See this here. I'll explain this one by one. Observe. Firstly, let's start with class A. Let's start with class A. Now, I'll make this default. So don't give access specifier itself. Do not write access specifier itself. Okay? Just write on void test in text. They become now default. If I create in same class will work, same package will work, outside package will not work. So it is same class, it has to work. See this. Is it working? Now, is this working? Yes. Fine. Now, let's proceed further. The next thing, within same package subclass. What's the second point? Please verify. Firstly, are the packages same? Are they same? See subclass. Is it now subclass? Yes. Let's try to see whether it will work or not. It is same package. Will it work in same package? Yes. Is it working? Yes. Got the output. Okay. As long as it is same package, it will work. Outside package, it will not work. Is this clear? See now. Read next one. So what is the answer here? What is the answer here? Next one. Is it yes or no answer? Why yes? Same package, but it is non-subclass. So let's go here. Let's make it a non-subclass. Are they non-subclasses? Yes. How did you know that? No inheritance is happening. Is it working? Yes. Is it working? Yes. See? What's the answer? Okay. Now, different package subclass. Will it work in different package? Different package subclass, will it work? No. Let's see this here. Different package. So let's pick the class present in different package. Firstly, verify, are the packages different? Are the packages different? It would be subclass. How do we make it subclass? Extends A. Now, main. C1 is equal to new C. Different package. Error. Different package. Error. See? Okay. So what is the answer I have to update here now? No. Next, different package non-subclass. Different package non-subclass. Answer is non-subclass. So better remove inheritance. It will become non-subclass. A1 is equal to new A. Let's try here. A1 dot X. Error. A1 dot test. Error. Okay. So write this table and then after you will write this note on your own. What is that? Default variable and default method will work in same class, will work in same package, but outside package will not work. Is this clear? Right now. See, again, we are learning inheritance, but with access specifier. Done? Okay. All examples, you will write it looking at the recorded class later. Protected. What is the one line answer? Protected will work in same class, in same package, and in different package only when inheritance is done. When will the protected work? Protected will work in same class, same package, and different package only when inheritance is done. Otherwise, in different package, it is not accessible. Let's see this here. Now, firstly, let's start with same class by making it protected. So let's type here protected, paste this here protected. Let's write here main. See this new A. Let's try to print A1 dot X. Observe. Right. Now, next thing, A1 dot test. Observe. I'll run and you see that I got the output. Is this clear? Is this part clear, everyone? Okay, update the table. All right. Now, observe here the next thing. So, this one is yes. Same package, will it work? Protected, will it work in same package? Answer is already given. What is the answer? Yes. Same package subclass. Verify. The packages are same. Make it a subclass. Extends A. Let's write B1 is equal to new B. And then let's write down B1 dot X. And then B1 dot test. See? Same class, same package will work. Now see, same package, non-subclass. Point number 3. Same package, non-subclass. Will it work? Yes. Let's try. Let's try. A1 is equal to new A. And let's write here A1 dot X. Is it working? A1 dot test. Is it working? Yes. Okay, yes, working. Is this clear? Now I'm going to go to different package. Now in different package, protected will work only when inheritance is happening. Otherwise, it will not work. Is this rule clear? Are we now working on the visibility of the variable with this concept? Where variable x is visible to be accessible, where variable x is not visible and cannot be accessed. That's what is the meaning of access specifier. See this? So this is yes. What do I update here? Yes. Here also. Let's see this. So I will now go to class C. Observe. A and C, are they in the same packages? No, different package. But when it is in different package, protected, when I do inheritance, this will work. C1 is equal to new C. Let's write here C1 dot X. Let's write here C1 dot test. Different package also working, but only when inheritance is done. Now let's remove inheritance. Different package without inheritance. Will it work? No. Will it work? Observe. What am I getting here? Error. A1 dot test. What am I getting here? Error. Is this clear? Everyone. So what should I update here? Write down. One line answer also write down. Protected will work in same class, same package, and different package when inheritance is done. Okay, very important note. You have to write this. Continue. Okay. Now what about public? You only tell me. Will work in same class, same package, and also in different package. How to make it public, guys? Change this to public. Change this to public. Now let's start with same class. Is it working in same class? Yes. Is it working in same class? Yes. Answer to first point given. Second, same package subclass. Same package subclass. Now let's write here. Extends A. Same package subclass. There you go. Fine. Is this clear? What is the answer? Yes. Read the third one. Same package, non-subclass. So package has to be same, but they are non-subclass. So how do we do that? Package is same, but they are non-subclass. Now, create object of A in B. Try this. Working. Working. Run. See. What is the answer? Different package subclass. Okay, the package has to be different. Different package. Firstly, verify this. Is the package different? And it has to be a subclass. Ensure you are doing import. Now what? CC1 is equal to, and then working, working, run and see, right click, run as Java application. Is this clear? Everyone? Okay. Now, look at here. Same different package non-subclass. Public will work. Packages are different but non-subclass. So this all programs has to be present in your notebook before you come tomorrow. Okay? Look at the recorded class. All these programs you have to write down before you come to the next class. We'll further discuss about access specifier tomorrow. So we have seen now inheritance with access specifier. We have seen inheritance with packages. Now we are seeing inheritance with access specifier. Tomorrow, some more like this inheritance concept is very lengthy. It cannot get over in one class. Okay. Online students, I hope you are all clear with today's lecture. All clear with today's lecture? Online students? Yes. Very good.